Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Assyifa Zahabya. I am from University Islam Antarabangsa Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin, and I am in Faculty Muamalah and Islamic Finance. So, venerable all the audiences of International Conference on Islamic Finance and Management 2025. And now I would like to present about transformation of Islamic pawnshop in adapting to the needs of Generation Z in Indonesia. The needs to strengthen digital literacy. So let's get started. So, introduction, Pegadaian Syariah is required to innovate and adapt to characteristics of Generation Z, a digitally native group that values speed, accessibility, modern lifestyle, integration in financial services. However, the main challenges lies in the low level of Islamic digital financial literacy among Gen Z. Although they are technologically skilled, only 28% can accurately explain basic Islamic finance concept. So, this creates a digital literacy paradox, high digital access but limited understanding of Islamic financial principles. Therefore, strengthening Sharia digital literacy must become a foundation of Pegadaian Syariah's digital transformation strategy. This phenomenon shows that strengthening digital Sharia literacy must be the foundation of Pegadaian Syariah's digital transformation strategy. Multi-dimensional challenges faced include the first is the low level of Sharia financial literacy. Second, high competition with conventional fintech services. And the third, the needs for a large investment in developing digital infrastructure. In this context, strengthening literacy should not only focus on delivering information, but also needs to adapt an edutainment approach that combines education with gamification elements and digital storytelling to increase the engagement. Next is about research purposes. So we have main objective and specific aims. So the main objective is to provide a comprehensive perspective on the role of digital literacy as a catalyst for Islamic financial transformation in the era of digital disruption. So we have three specific aims. The first is the study aims to first map an effective Islamic digital literacy model for Generation Z. And second, identify digital communication strategies that suits Gen Z characteristics. And the third, provide policy recommendation to strengthen the Islamic digital financial ecosystem in Indonesia. Okay, next is about the methodology of this research. So the research type here is qualitative research using a literature review approach. And we have some data resources. The first is from academic journals and previous studies on Islamic finance, digital literacy, and Generation Z behavior. And the second is official reports from OJK, the SNMUI, and Pegadaian Syariah. And the last is supporting reference from books, conference papers, and digital media sources. And next is about the materials. The first is Pegadaian Syariah overview. So what is Pegadaian Syariah? Indonesian Muslim majority drive the needs for Syariah compliant financial instruments. So PT Pegadaian Syariah established a Syariah business unit under the SNMUI supervision, provides non-bank financing through arahan, or we can say pound, core or loan, and ijaroh or fee contracts. That's eliminating riba, goror, and maizir, the things that prohibited in Islamic finance. And also legally based on PJOK 31/2016 and the SNMUI Fatwa number 25, 2002, supported by Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah 283 and Hadith. And Pegadaian Syariah, from the beginning they established is in 2003. They only have 5 outlets, but by the time it's increasing until 1,250 outlets in 2023. So we already know what about the Pegadaian Syariah, and next is about Generation Z and digital financial literacy. Generation Z in digital literacy, Generation Z who born between 1996 until 2010 and making up 27.9% of Indonesia population. It's equal to 75 million population of Generation Z in Indonesia. And Generation Z is digital natives, tech-savvy, flexible, social aware, by yellow in financial literacy. 87% prefer digital financial platform, fintech use more than 42% between 2020 until 2023. And pay later use among Gen Z is about 9.7% and shows easy adoption but risky spending habits. And the last is about financial issues. Gen Z is about 33% struggle managing money, 60% rely on loans, and 52% default. So after we talk about Generation Z characteristic and digital financial literacy, so what is Pegadaian Syariah's role? So the first is Sharia-based financing. Pegadaian Syariah offers ethical and accessible products such as gold, pound, and halal financing as a safer alternative to conventional loans. And the second, financial education. This is very important. Pegadaian Syariah promotes financial literacy and budgeting awareness through youth-focused programs and campaign. And the third, user-free digital products provide transparent, riba-free services via the Pegadaian Syariah Digital Services or PSDS application. And the last is strategic collaboration, works with OJK and the NKI to expand inclusive and sustainable Sharia financial access. So we come to digital transformation in Islamic pawnshop. So the modernization, Pegadaian Syariah use digital technology to make services faster, easier, and more accessible for all customers. And they also have PSDS application, the Pegadaian Syariah Digital Services or PSDS app lets users to do online pawn, gold saving, and payment anytime and anywhere. But from all the benefits here, they also have the challenges. So they have 3 challenges. The first is limited internet access in some areas, just like the people who live in the village or rural. And the second is trust and security issues in application. So people is not really trust about do some transaction in application online. And the last is low digital literacy among users. So the users is not really know or understand about digital literacy. Okay, next is about the discussion and conclusion of this research. So the main issue here is Gen Z is tech-savvy but has low Islamic financial literacy. And the main goal is to strengthen digital Sharia literacy by combining technology, education, and communication. And the approach here uses two-way symmetrical models or 2WSM is for good dialogue and trust with Generation Z through social media and digital platform. And the key strategies, first is add Sharia learning features in application, work with schools and university, and the last is use storytelling, gamification, and use visual content. And also about policy support, establish digital literacy standards, create research centers, and enhance collaboration with OJK, KNEKS, and others institutions. And now let's come to the conclusion of this research. The success of Pegadaian Syariah digital transformation depends on how well it combines innovation, literacy, and Islamic values by empowering Generation Z with knowledge, trust, and digital access. Pegadaian Syariah can become leading force in inclusive and sustainable Sharia finance, strengthening Indonesia's Islamic financial ecosystem for the future. Well, that's all from me. I also apologize if you found some mistakes from me. And let's say you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for your attention.